All right, boys and girls, today we're going to go over the triple digit by double digit multiplication. So let's say, for example, that we have 120, that's not a very pretty two, 125 times 89. The first thing I want you to do is look for the smallest number. So we're going to start with 89 and we're going to use that to multiply by our ones, tens, and hundreds. And if we had thousands, we'd go up there. But before I even do that, we're going to estimate. And I'm going to round my numbers. I can round both of them or I can round one of them. In this case, because I have 125 times 89, I'm just going to round 125 to a simple 100 times, and I'm going to leave 89 because now that it's 100, it's an easy thing to multiply by. And I would cover up my two zeros, and I would do 89 times 1, which any number times 1 is itself. And then I'm going to add the two zeros. So by the end of this, I should have 89 times 100. And let me try out this paintbrush, see if that's better. A little bit more fluid. All right, so we started first by looking, and here's my little eye guy to remind us, looking for the smallest number, okay? And so that's 89. I'm going to multiply 89 times my ones, 89 times my tens, and 89 times my hundreds. And I'm going to do it in different colors just so you can see. So 89 times 5, which is really 89 plus 89 plus 89 plus 89 plus 89. Or an even simpler way is to break my 89 apart into 80 and 9, and then do two smaller equations, 80 times 5 and 9 times 5. All right, and for my 80 times 5, I'm going to cover up this 0 and do 8 times 5, which is 40. But then I have to add my 0 back, and that's where we forget sometimes. So make sure if you cover up a 0, you add that 0 back. And then 9 times 5 is 45. Super easy because I just did 8 times 5, and that's one more 5. Okay, so that's multiplying 89 times my ones, these two numbers right here. And I will come back and use them later. Now I'm going to do my tens in a different color. And I have 89 times 2, but it's 2 tens. So instead of 89 times 2, I'm going to write 89 times 20 because 2 tens equal 20. For this one, I'm not going to break it apart because for me, it's easy to cover up that 0 and multiply 89 times 2. And even if that's not easy for you, I'm sure it's easy for you to say 89 plus 89. And then we know 9 plus 9 is 18. We carry our 1. 8 plus 8 is 16. Plus another one is 178. So this is multiplying by our tens. The last thing that we're going to do, and I'm going to do it in blue in just a second, I'm going to go ahead and pretend that I erased that. It didn't work. Oh, look at that. This is a fancy eraser. I haven't used it before. A little bit slower than a normal eraser, so give me a second. But I remember that my estimate was 8,900, and I think that's going to be good for now because that's all I can get. And I'm going to do my different color blue, and I'm going to multiply 89 times my hundreds. In this case, I have 100, so that really is equal to 100. So super easy. That's a silly 9, or silly 9, a silly 8. And 89 times 100. For 89 times 100, I'm going to cover up these two zeros. So I'm going to do 89 times 1, another simple one, 89, and then I'm going to bring my two zeros back. Bad drawing of my zero, so I'm actually going to erase that because it'll be hard for you to see and redraw that. All right, 8,900, and now I'm going to go back and I'm going to add in my tens that I multiplied by and my ones. So I have 178, and then in my head I can do 400 and 445 together, and I actually should have switched my order around to make that bigger number first, but this is going to have to work. And then I'm going to do 8 plus 5. I almost said times 5. No, we're adding now. And that's 13. I need to carry my 1 up here. 1 plus 7 plus 4. Well, I know 7 plus 4 is 11. Add one more. That's 12. Put my 2 in the 1 spot. Carry my 10. 9 plus 1, 10. 11. 11 plus 4 is 15. Got to carry my 1 one more time, my 10. And then 4 times, and look, I almost said 4 times 8. Nope, I'm just carrying down, and there's nothing in my thousands column. So 8 plus my 1 is 9. And now I've got my answer, 9,523. Okay, I know this might be confusing, so I want you to watch the video again. And if you have any questions, pause, take some notes, and follow along with it as I go. When you're finished, I want you to try a problem of your own, and you can create the numbers, and then I'll check it. All right, guys, thanks for watching the video. Bye. My dog Grumpy says, roof, roof.